Jackson was at the end of a yo-yo last season. He starts in Oklahoma for an injured Westbrook. Westbrook comes back, sends Jackson to the bench. Then Oklahoma sends Jackson to Detroit, where he fills in for another injured starter in Brandon Jennings for the rest of the year.
And so it's the Cavaliers getting on the board first. He dishes it to Harris. And Caldwell Pope now atop the key. Offensive rebound. Drummond. And that one is stuffed right through.
And gobbled up that rebound and went straight into attack mode on the putback.
Oof, he is one of the most determined rebounders, Clark, we have got in the NBA.
Yeah, you're calling it right, Kevin. I mean, he gets so many second chance points because of how hard he works to get to the rebound.
Here's Irving following the bucket by the Pistons. That drops. For Detroit, they've gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Here in the first quarter with about 2 minutes gone by. Over in the corner, Caldwell Pope. Mozgov grabs the board.
Really just struggling here in the first few minutes. 5 attempts with only 1 falling.
Here are the Pistons with the ball. They trail by 3. Mozgov with the steal. And a wide open look for Irving. Yes, it's James picking up the assist. 6 points for Kyrie Irving. To the middle. It's tipped. Mozgov with the steal. Irving from long range. That doesn't go in either for Irving. And here we go. The Pistons fast break. Harris kicks to Jackson. Cranes the three-pointer. Jackson's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
There's a chance he could have a big game if they don't D him up more tightly on the perimeter.
Jackson against Irving. From the top of the key. Another miss by Irving. Pistons trail by 3. Here's Caldwell Pope. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Mozgov's got his 3rd rebound on the night.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
Cavaliers have gotten 3 of 8 shots to fall for them here in the first quarter. James against Morris. On its way from Irving for 2. Cans the shot from the wing. Irving's got 8 points.
And you can see he just caught a glimpse of the open man on the perimeter and immediately got him the basketball.
Let's go quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
Kevin, I had a chance to catch up with Coach Stan Van Gundy. Offensively, he knows their shots are going to be challenged inside, going up against a team with some shot blocking in the middle. He said they have to keep the ball moving, and he's had them practicing their in-between shots as well. Guys, those shots can be tricky, but very effective when a shot blocker is around. Back to you.
Thanks for getting back to us on that report, Doris. Guys?
You know, they obviously spent the brunt of their time preparing for this game by coming up with ways to attack that vaunted defense.
Attack being the operative word, all in caps. I mean, it has to be an active, assertive approach they use. They can't sit back and be passive.
And doing some dirty work on the offensive glass.
And then fouls it up, Greg, with heavy-duty jam on his mind with a terrific putback.
Got a pigeon on that one. Easy money right there, fellas. Going old school on you young fellas. Look that up, pigeon.
And the Pistons decide to take their first timeout right here.
Well, LeBron James, long considered the greatest player in the league. He's got some competition now, though. Kevin Durant, Anthony Davis, Steph Curry, James Harden, all playing well last year in the league than King James.
And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Cavaliers. So Detroit going with an almost checked in for Andre Drummond. Tolliver comes in for Harris. Johnson, he's checked in for Marcus Morris. And Steve Blake is subbed in for Reggie Jackson. Now here's Jefferson. He's coming off a 16-point game against Detroit. Dellavedova, the pass to Shumpert. And he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam.
Dellavedova is really good at finding his teammates.
With the pass. There's 57 seconds left to play here in the first. Well, Clark, you look at LeBron's career averages right now around 27, 7 and 7. Hard to argue at this time he's not the best player in the league.
Well, you know, he might not always win the MVP award, Kevin, but that doesn't really matter. I think he's the most feared player in the league, and he proved he can carry a team in last season's NBA Finals. Clearly one of the all-time greats.
Here's Shumpert following the basket by Stanley Johnson. Pass to Dellavedova. Fry dishes to Dellavedova. Jefferson kicks to Shumpert. Just 5 to shoot. Cleveland needs to get a shot off here. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, that's the message they were sending with that foul. Nothing easy inside.
And both free throws good for Jefferson. Here's Blake. He's coming off a 13-point game against the Cavaliers in Cleveland.
And also his assist total tells you about the job he did of keeping his head up and keeping his teammates involved.
Here's Caldwell Pope. Good D by Thompson.
Good little two-man action there, but they just can't get the shot to fall.
Yeah, but that was a beauty. Good-looking shot, well-executed play. I wouldn't be surprised to see them go back to it.
And so the first quarter is in the books. Cavaliers ahead, up by 5. After this break, we'll be back with the start of the second quarter on 2K Sports. And LeBron James trying to will his Cavaliers team to its first title. Teammate Kevin Love said, well, when someone like LeBron talks about what you need to bring to the table, you better bring it.
Yeah, I would think so. You'd be better served to go right along with what he's talking about. Dub the new big three along with Kyrie. I think if they just keep following LeBron's lead and advice, the sky's the limit.
All right, the second quarter beginning in just a moment. And taking a look at the Cavaliers' performance here, what do you guys see?
A lot of tough D being played by them so far. It's been the difference maker.
Greg, no uncontested shots for the most part. That's why they've had success.
In a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. And Detroit looking at who they've got. The big men, Tolliver and Drummond. Johnson is out there with Steve Blake, and it's Morris in at the 3 spot. And Shumpert slams it in.
Taking it to the rack with power right there.
And hammering down with the two-handed slam.
Just piling on the lead with the dunk like that.
For the Cleveland Cavaliers, they come in off the loss to Detroit.
And a lot of people thought they were the favorites going into that one, but ended up being a much tougher game than most anticipated, and they just fell short.
Well, to me it looked like, Greg, they were pretty evenly matched. And you look at how the game ended, I would say I'm not alone in that sentiment. Those are two pretty evenly matched teams.
Wow, got that one off right in the face of the big fella. Nice quick-fire release.
Yeah, and the mid-range shot really the only option in that situation. Sometimes when you're facing a bigger guy, you can't get it all the way to the rim.
Pistons trail by 8.
And Iman Shumpert, more athlete than player when he entered the league. 42-inch max vertical, shoulders carved like Michelangelo. But he had a long way to go in terms of his skill set. And you can see that evolution right before your eyes.
Thompson passes to Jefferson. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Here's Drummond. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Drummond's got 6 points. And talking about Iman Shumpert, he seemed to learn from working with LeBron and Kyrie last year.
Yes, Shumpert was brought over for his defense, clearly, but as a bonus, his offense improved and got better. Now let's see if he can build on that going forward.
In the corner, it's Jefferson. Just 5 to shoot. Dellavedova dishes to Fry. Out of bounds. Detroit takes possession. Here is the list of players with the most boards in the league this month. The NBA's leading rebounders. Number 1, Andre Drummond.
Well, he's got great energy, Kevin, when he goes after the ball, and that's got to be contagious to the rest of the team, I would think. I mean, that kind of production on the glass is great at both ends of the court.
Blake kicks to Morris. Drummond a screen. Again, the miss by Morris.
I tell you what, the defense should send Christmas cards for that miss.
Shumpert with it. He's picked up by Drummond. Fry passes to Dellavedova. In the corner, it's Jefferson. Again, the miss by Jefferson. Pistons trail by 6. Morris kicks to Blake. They set the pick. Johnson in the corner. Pass to Drummond. Back to Johnson. Drummond dishes to Blake. Releases. They get it again.
Well, I think he had all the space he needed. He just couldn't find the bottom of the net.
Shumpert gets a wide open look. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Dellavedova. Dellavedova's got his 4th assist in this one. The Pistons have gone 50% from the floor in the second quarter, 3 of 6. And Drummond throws it down.
Boy, Blake is so good at finding open teammates.
Cleveland leading by 7. Dellavedova, the pass to Jefferson. He kicks it to Thompson. Passes to Dellavedova. Out of bounds, Detroit takes possession.
Looking at the Pistons, Kevin, let's see how they performed over the last month in the NBA League rankings. 3rd in rebounding, 8th in second chance points. And they're in the top 10 in fewest turnovers per game. And they really do emphasize taking care of the ball.
And you look at their ferocious rebounding. They're imposing their will, and you can see the results. Their physicality is yielding tremendous dividends.
The Cavaliers have gone 4 of 7 from the field in this second quarter so far. The drive by Shumpert.
That's a couple of very shaky possessions in a row. One turnover right on top of the other.
Time to just slow it down, make the simple play, and get a good shot.
Jackson has the open look. No good. And it's the Cavaliers taking it the other way. In transition, here come the Cavaliers. 1:32 left to play in the first half. Dishes it to Fry. Just 5 on the clock. It's stolen by Harris. Clark, some tough offensive.
Just to regain some momentum here, Kevin.
The drive by Jackson. Again, the miss by the Pistons.
Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Pistons trail by 7. Stolen by Thompson. And now the Cavaliers. Fast break. That's a 2 from Dellavedova. Now here's Jefferson. Defense is right there. Kicks it to Dellavedova. Clock at 6. Here's Shumpert. And the shot falls short this time.
They really depend on him to convert those chances. A lot of times, even with solid D draped on him, they expect him to make it.
That's good.
Boy, they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing that ball into the paint. Smash mouth basketball.
And Clark, it's a strategy that has served them well during the course of this first half.
Now here's Fry, guarded by Harris. No good from Fry.
It's not winning basketball when you're attempting shots like that.
Yeah, come on now. You got to remember it's a team game. He's got 4 teammates out there with him. I don't think he needs to try to do it all by himself like that.
He had a nice open look right there. Now just a 2-point Cleveland lead.
There you go again. A nice kick out after the D had collapsed on it.
That's a 2 from Dellavedova. Out of bounds, Detroit takes possession.
Well, that's inexcusable to throw a pass that far off the mark.
And we're through the...
Gentlemen, I'm over here with Tristan Thompson, and after that first half, Tristan, what's the plan going to be for this second half?
Well, it's simple. It's going to be a dogfight. You know, they got big guys, true bigs, and we got to come out, play hard, and not let up.
You have to have plenty of bark in a dogfight, Tristan. Thank you. Guys?
Thank you, Doris. And we'll be back after halftime for the...
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Well, 2 quarters down, 2 to go. Welcome back. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal. The first quarter for the Cavaliers was fairly even. At the end of 1, they were able to end up with... And that'll do it for now as the second half of our game is about to get underway. Kevin Harlan has the...
Welcome back, everyone. The second half about to get underway, and it's been a close one so far. You got to like what Iman Shumpert has done in this game.
Yeah, he's played just a smart game overall offensively, looking for and finding the gaps in the defense, and also terrific shot selection.
Greg, that's exactly what we're talking about when we talk about being efficient as an offensive player. Fully on display there with him.
Jefferson is out there with Channing Frye. Then there's Iman Shumpert. Then it's Matthew Dellavedova. And it's Thompson in at the 5, patrolling the paint. So that's who's on the floor for the Cavaliers.
They are not rotating nearly quickly enough on defense down low. Got to get quicker there.
Just no resistance on the interior.
And Marcus Morris is nicknamed Mook. He has a twin brother, older by 7 minutes, named Markeith. Both brothers played at Kansas, drafted 13th and 14th in the same year. Eventually played for the same pro team. That is joined at the hip.
Here's Dellavedova, guarded by Jackson. Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far. To the left wing. Just 4 to shoot. Here's Shumpert. No good from outside. Got the defender off his feet with the pump fake, but couldn't knock it down. The drive by Jackson. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Clearly a foul.
Yeah, he took a shot there. Earned those free throws.
The Pistons shooting their first free throw. First trip to the line in this one. Johnson, he's checked in for Marcus Morris. No good on the second free throw.
Even with the miss, he got the big one there to put him in front.
The dish to Frye. Outside jumper. Out to the right wing. Right side Jefferson. Tries it from 19. It's Drummond with the rebound.
Still a bit chilly from the field at the start of this third quarter. 1 of 4 so far.
Jackson kicks to Caldwell Pope. That one's rebounded by Dellavedova.
There was just enough defensive pressure to get him. Man, he got fancy with that one, didn't he?
Yeah, maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they need to break this game open.
I tell you what, I like that, though, guys. Some coaches might not want you to make a play like that, but I tell you what, when you got the skills like that, I say go for it.
Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. So he gets the whistle, contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up.
And one thing about Tristan Thompson, he is an absolute terror on the offensive glass. Was top 5 in that category last year, despite playing less than 27 minutes a game. Does a terrific job with anticipation of the carry and uses his gigantic wingspan to just go up and reel it in. Terrific motor and nose for the glass.
Anthony Tolliver, he's checked in for the Pistons. Blake comes in for Reggie Jackson. Greg, you were talking about Tristan Thompson. LeBron came out and said he was one of the best pick-and-roll defenders in the NBA. And Clark, that's high praise from the King.
No doubt. I mean, Thompson is an emerging force. If he could just develop his shooting stroke a little more, then you're talking about a very, very valuable player.
Good point. It's Drummond with the drive.
Went for the two-hander on that slam. That's where the weight room comes into play, Kevin.
I think some urgency from him there.
I think he's sensing that this is a critical time in the game, fellas.
And it's Dellavedova missing.
Oh, excellent interior D to force the miss.
His defensive ability is a big factor. I mean, there's no denying that.
Johnson, good.
A very good half for them from the field. They've got their shooting percentage up over 50%.
Yeah, their offense heating up, and anytime you shoot it this well, you're going to give yourself a chance to get the W.
Outside jumper. And the pass to Dellavedova. Back to Shumpert. Andre Drummond grabs the miss, and Tristan Thompson gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. Aaron Baines, he's checked in for Detroit. They've definitely hit that groove offensively.
They sure have, guys. I mean, really aggressive. And I like that posture and mindset. Stay aggressive.
Yeah, Greg, you like groove, don't you?
I do. Let's groove tonight, Kevin. And matter of fact, let's just stay in the attack mode that we're seeing from these guys. They're getting whatever they want.
Pistons leading by 3. There's 1:34 left in the third quarter. Here's Blake, guarded by Fry. To the inside. Here's Baines. Second chance shot. Feeds it to Caldwell Pope. Blake for 3. No good. And it's the Cavaliers taking it the other way. Last time they faced off, it was right here at home where they couldn't get it done.
Very tough loss for them last time they played. I mean, in the end, the amount of trips to the line they gave up did them in. And,
Greg, they deserve a lot of credit for being aggressive, though. I mean, they got to the line a bunch because they forced the issue.
Jefferson kicks to Dellavedova. They get the rebound. Out to Shumpert. In the corner, it's Jefferson. Back to Shumpert. Trying to get back on track. Again, Shumpert missing.
But still, eventually, you got to feel like he'll start knocking those down again.
There's the pick. Johnson kicks to Baines. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. It's going to go on Tristan Thompson. Pistons have gone 1 of 3 at the line here. So for the Pistons, Tobias Harris is checked in for Tolliver. Marcus Morris comes in for Johnson. And Reggie Jackson subbed in for Caldwell Pope. The Cavaliers trail by 5. Clark, they've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a little bit of cottonmouth here. Dry spell for sure.
Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Dellavedova from outside. Rebounded by the Pistons.
He's been wayward and just off on about everything he's put up in this period.
And now the Cavaliers. Fast break. Shumpert's running. And we just finished the third quarter, and we've got a... All right, the fourth quarter of action getting underway. We've had a great one so far with both sides coming to play. Here's Jackson. And Detroit looking at who they've got. Jackson is out there with Steve Blake. Then there's Andre Drummond. Then it's Marcus Morris. And it's Harris in at the 4 slot. Here's Jackson. Buries the long-range jumper. Jackson's got the first basket as we get going in the fourth for the Pistons.
Yeah, I think he just sees some things that can be improved and wants to get everybody back on the same page.
And usually that, to me, is a good use of the timeout. I mean, if there's something that he's noticed that can give his team a lift, I think he's got to try to take advantage of that.
And let's get this update now from Doris Burke, who's across the way on the sideline.
Thank you, Kevin. I got a chance to hear what the Cavaliers head coach was saying to his team. He told the squad, now is the time when we turn it on and leave them in the rear view mirror. It won't be easy, but guys, I know we can put them away. Let's see if they can deliver, Kevin.
The Pistons making a change here. Caldwell Pope's checked in. How much more is there to say about LeBron James, Clark? Incredible consistency, unbelievable athleticism. He just is a marvel in every way the longer he plays.
Kevin, when you look at his career averages, I mean, just off the charts, and he has the same unbelievable year every year. The consistency, phenomenal.
The Cavaliers trail by 4. And that one is hammered home.
Money there shaves a few points off the lead, and the later we get into this game, the more you're going to see him attacking the basket.
Jackson dishes to Caldwell Pope. We've played just over 1 minute here in the fourth quarter. Jackson drives in, and it's Drummond with the jam.
And a sturdy screen set for him that time, and he doesn't fool around, just straight to the rim for the finish.
No way for his man to get around that one, that's for sure.
No chance, Kevin. I mean, the screen was in the right spot. His feet were set. He would have had to go straight through him, and that's not legal.
Boy, you got to love that assist by LeBron.
For Detroit, they've gotten all 3 of their shots to drop here in the fourth quarter. They came out of the break on a roll. Irving against Jackson. Shot clock at 6. And they double up Jackson. And the wide open shot from Morris. Here's Drummond. And the rejection by Love. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Love.
2 points. That'll be a Pistons timeout.
Now a timeout called by Detroit. Well, last season would be one where Kevin Love played a different role, saw his numbers decline, but that was, I think, especially with LeBron and Kyrie, much better players than he ever had in Minnesota. That was to be expected.
It's a great point, Kevin. And Love dropped about 10 points per game in terms of his output. The field goal percentage as well as three-point percentage was down, but still, he traded it all to be on a winning team. And I really feel like his numbers will start to go up as he makes the adjustment to playing with great players.
Good point. And he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for one more.
How about the way he's able to angle his body to shield the big fella off and still get the finish?
You've got to be clever with your sleight of hand when you get inside and try to finish against the bigger guys. And he made it look easy that time.
And, you know, for Love last season, we knew he'd be in a supporting role to LeBron. You put any player next to LeBron, and he automatically becomes some kind of role player.
Here's Caldwell Pope. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
And thinking back to Love and his numbers last year, we saw the same thing from Bosh when he played with LeBron. Love and Bosh had similar reductions in scoring, but both were still great players, and they both have the ability to adapt and impact the game in other ways.
And guys, you know, Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, this guy screams potential at you. I mean, perfect size and length and speed for a 2-guard. He plays both ends. Right now, it's all about consistency for him.
Nice ball movement by Detroit. And the best. We're in the final quarter of play here. 3 minutes in. Outside Irving. Shot clock at 6. And there's a whistle. That's going to go on Timothy Mozgov. That's his first foul.
Yeah, nothing wrong with fighting for the rebound, but he gets nailed with the over-the-back call.
And, Greg, you know I was an offensive rebounder in my day. And I like that kind of aggressive play. But he's got to do a little better job of trying to get position earlier in that case.
That's a good point. Positioning is so vital when you're trying to rebound the basketball, and that's something that wasn't on display in that possession.
Irving against Jackson. Irving attacking out to Smith. The 3. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. And the Cavaliers lead by 3. On the topic of Caldwell Pope, he's the kind of guy who needs a year to feel his way around. In college, Greg, you may recall he showed dramatic improvement between years 1 and 2. The same thing has been true in the pros.
Yeah, and he has everything going for him. I mean, excellent outside shot, tremendous defensive tools. He just needs to add some strength and stay in attack mode to reach the next level in his development.
Time called here. The Pistons decide to talk it over. They're losing by 3. 1:51 left to play here in the fourth. .151 left in the fourth quarter of this one, and he gets the bucket.
4 of their last 5 makes came off of a high-quality shot inside.
Textbook. Really, when you look at how they're playing, they are having their way down low.
Smith with it. A shot. Can't hit. And Detroit the other way now.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
In the corner, it's Harris. Takes the three, and the shot is good. Clark, neither team with a big advantage here in the fourth quarter.
5 times we've had the lead switch so far. I mean, back and forth we go.
And Clark, that could rise again before we're through.
And that one's good by LeBron.
Nothing like that killer instinct when you're trying to attack the rim there and tie this game up. Now things are about to get interesting.
Now a timeout called by Detroit. The score is tied at 56. 1:04 left in the game. A different look now for Cleveland. Jefferson's checked in for LeBron. Jumper comes in for J.R. Smith. And it's Matthew Dellavedova in for Kyrie Irving. Caldwell Pope passes to Morris. Jackson kicks to Drummond. Shumpert with the steal. Here's Love. It's good. And what's your take, guys, on the hustle stats for Cleveland?
Boy, their hounding, harassing effort at the defensive end, very impressive. And they forced quite a few turnovers as a result.
And also, how about the points they've gotten in transition or on the fast break tonight? That's been a huge factor as well.
Out of bounds, Detroit takes possession. There's 38 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Outside Jackson. The feed to Caldwell Pope. He nails it, and we're tied up.
What a bucket at one of the more crucial moments of the game.
How about the cool, collected way in which he delivered it? Clutch!
Here's Dellavedova. Timeout called the Cavaliers. The score knotted at 58. 1 second left to play in the final quarter. On its way from Irving for... Got it! He got it! Just in time! What a shot!
All zeros on the clock as he drains the game winner.
And Greg, he knew it was good when it left his hand. He started celebrating as soon as it got off his fingertip.
And so it's Cleveland who comes out on top here. That was a fun night of basketball and fabulous finish as Clark, they continued to wait out until the very last moment to seal.
Yep, and it might not be the way a coach would have drawn it up or wanted it to end, but these fans love it.
And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
Thank you, Kevin. LeBron, you are in the midst of yet another great season, posting tremendous individual numbers and the team with an outstanding record. Is this the type of season that you set out to achieve right from the get-go?
I just wanted to play well. This whole season, I got back to what I know I'm capable of doing. That's having fun with this game and, just believing in myself and my teammates. So I'm happy to be in a good place.
Thank you so much. Back to you guys at the table.
Thank you, Doris. Great interview once again. And that about does
the 2K Sports postgame show.